Fellow vets, last week I told you to never appeal your VA claim. I know that's a bold statement. I'm going to unpack for you and lay out exactly why. More importantly, I'm going to show you the level of support and service that you should expect when you choose, or if you choose, to pay for VA disability claim help. This is going to result in real freedom, real relief for you, so make sure you lock in. Be sure to like, subscribe, share this with someone who needs it, because this is a critical pain point. I'm Jordan Anderson, VA Claims Academy. Let's get into it. We all know that the current VA rating system is not designed to help the veteran really get their rating. This could lead to feelings of being overwhelmed, myself included, when I first started this process and the research, or it could lead to two things. Number one, you go to a VSO and they have no strategy, they just file everything and see what sticks. Now you're fighting an uphill battle trying to undo denied claims. Number two, some people feel pressured and some people will even lie or try to game the system. It's a very small minority of individuals, but if I get those, maybe in my coaching calls, things like this, and I get the inkling that there's inconsistency, that maybe they're trying to game the system, I'll just refund those people. I don't deal with it. There's real veterans who need real help. These powerful strategies are for you, the vast majority of honorable veterans here. To get the most value out of this video, it is important that you follow the line of thinking. This is a thinking video. Take notes if you need to, but follow the line of thought, because you're going to be surprised by the end about how this all comes together beautifully. So, I just talked about VSOs, or agents that charge hefty fees, that lack the experience, lack the research to get you what you deserve. I'm going to show you a real case scenario from last week, and this is probably similar to you. You have a 10% rating for tinnitus ringing in your ears, right? You have a 10% rating for a knee. This veteran last week, he said, you know what, it doesn't make sense. I got my tinnitus approved without documentation. My hearing loss got denied. So you know what they did? This company could not wait to charge him for a nexus letter. Boom, $1,000 gone, ended up with a 0% rating. Got charged $1,000 for that nexus letter. The knee, he wanted to increase the knee rating because he only had a 10%, and he was telling me, you know what, I can't get around and play with my kids. So he ended up winning 20%, 10% boost for the knee. The next thing was the PTSD. He had a service-related PTSD event that happened stateside, and you know what, he filed for it and got a big fat denial. Now, here was the result. He had a 30% rating, spent $1,000 on a nexus letter to win this 0% hearing loss claim, had a contract to pay and cough up 5 times that increase, I've seen it be as large as 6 times the increase, and had a recommendation to go through the 1,000-day, on average 927-day appeals process, where guess what? Now some other person can step in and take 1/3 of the back pay. I'm talking about a VA lawyer right here. But how much does it even add up to for a lousy claim? Let me show you the smart way to do this. And this is what you should look for if you decide to pay for somebody to help you, someone serious about helping you. We got discovery, you got to research, and you got to strategize. Those are the 3 steps. Let's take them one by one. Number 1 is discover. Speak with the veteran. We need to unearth the unknown unknowns that the veteran hasn't even thought of. And it can only happen when someone can challenge your thinking. In this specific instance, we discovered, hey, you know what? I have hearing loss, I have tinnitus, I can barely sleep. Wait, what'd you say? I can barely sleep. I only sleep a couple hours. And we discovered insomnia. And what's that worth? On average, we're talking a 70% rating for insomnia. Next, we move down to the research phase. Rather than attacking another increase for the knee, now we see, hey, you know what? Through our database, you know what? Through past victories, what could knee injuries cause in terms of other conditions? Well, he has obstructive sleep apnea. This is getting taken away very soon. Obstructive sleep apnea, on average, is a 50% rating. What's the mechanism here? Guess what? The knee led to his weight gain. The weight gain caused the sleep apnea. So, strategy. Why is this so important? I just talked about appeals. When you get a denied VA claim, there are multiple avenues and routes that you can take on the path to victory. In this specific instance, we have the veteran file a Freedom of Information Act request to actually pull the C&P exam and take a look at it from that previously denied PTSD. And it revealed something pretty staggering. This PTSD claim was actually categorized as non-combat related. Why? Because the C&P examiner took lazy notes. They did not include the fact that this PTSD was actually combat related. Why? Because according to the CRSC, which you can see right now, if this PTSD traumatic event involves instruments of war, meaning Navy boats, meaning weapons, or if it involves combat simulation, this now qualifies as combat related. We no longer need a nexus letter. We no longer need proof of the stressor event. On average, just like the insomnia, this is a 70% rating, which is the exact percentage that he won. Now, here's the thing. We could have claimed insomnia, but this also takes strategy. Insomnia would have taken a nexus letter. Now, you cannot get both mental claims added separately. You can only get one. So it makes more sense to go with only the combat-related PTSD. That was a 70%. And the sleep apnea. And we neglected to pay for a nexus letter again to get the insomnia for nothing. What did this end up with? 85% actual, which is rounded up to a 90% VA rating, going from about $500 at a 30% rating to about $2,300 per month. Now the biggest thing is, how much did this cost for this lousy claim in total? $6,000? This way, the smart way, $500. Folks, this shouldn't cost an arm and a leg, even if you're getting premium service. And that is what I want to demonstrate for you today. Share this with someone who needs it. Leave a comment if you had a similar experience. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, vets.